Hi there, YouTube. Sylvia here. Decided I was going to do a small video today just explaining a few things that have recently happened to me, um, why I'm passionate about the changes coming into my life, and what this channel is hopefully going to morph into over a long period of time. Excuse me. Seasonal allergies, very bad, very bad. Like I said, first off, let me introduce myself. I'm Sylvia Suits. I am 40, in my 40s, married, mother. Um, I work in an industrial industry, and it's been great. It's been fun overall. My husband and myself, we have just become recently empty nesters. So it was just me and him in the house now, and our two dogs. We have two Cane Corsos. I will try and put a picture up here of them. Super sweet dogs. We are also Jeepers. We have right now our fifth Jeep. We are definitely Jeep Wrangler fans. Huge. We love off-roading, beaches, a little bit of everything that comes with that. Just take the top off and the freedom that comes with it. I myself, I drive a big old diesel truck. I think it's my little person syndrome speaking, but something about the truck I absolutely adore. I'm also into gardening, photography, definitely a serial hobbyist. I see something I want to try, I'm going to try it. I've always been in that mindset of if I think I can, I can. So, baking, cooking, gardening, construction, all kinds of stuff, I've done most of it. Um, Maybe it's my ADHD, like I said, serial hobbyist, and I'm an entrepreneur. So, speaking of entrepreneurism, recently I have started a new little section of my life that I have designated the Sassy Pink Diamond. The Sassy Pink Diamond is me. Um, excuse me. The name came around because, one, if anyone knows me personally, they know I'm definitely sassy, maybe a little mouthy, and that's okay. Definitely embrace that. The diamond portion um, was a thought process of what's created me and what's brought me to this point in my life. It's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of growth that's happened throughout the years. And to me, right now, I feel better than I have in the last 30 years of my life. Believing in myself, believing in my dreams, and what I want to do is help others to achieve that. Um, so, the Sassy Pink Diamond, like I said, is me. I want to, with that portion of my life, I definitely want to help others unlock their potentials, whether it's with me, with anyone else, for people to understand that they have their own strengths, they have their own weaknesses, and that's what makes us beautiful. Everyone is different. We're not a cookie cutter society, and nor should we be, you know, and then everyone should feel good in their skin that they're in. Take care of yourself and it'll take care of you. So, why am I so passionate about this? With me personally, I have struggled with a lifetime of issues with my self image. I was too fat. I was too ugly. I was not enough of a person or of a woman or a mother. I wasn't good enough. And a lot of that stems from my childhood. Excuse me. A lot of that stems from my childhood. Very rough upbringing, and it wasn't until, hi, girls. No, don't get up here. Speaking of doggies, No getting up here. Stay. Thank you. Um, I, you want to say hi? Say hi. This is Zoe. All right, down. 75 pounds and still thinks she's a lap dog. Go play. Go find your sister. Go. Go find your sister. No, she's going to sit in here with mommy. That's okay. So, I was saying, why at this point in my life have I become so passionate about this? Um, Lifetime struggle, self-image, always feeling like I wasn't enough, I wasn't good enough, I wasn't pretty, I was fat, you know, that I was in a lifetime of comparing myself. Quit pushing me, punk. I was in a lifetime of comparing myself to other people, and that's not healthy for me or the people around me. And I say, fortunately, I figured out what I was doing, but unfortunately, like I said, I'm in my 40s. It's never too late to try something new and to turn around your mindset and your thinking. So, um, definitely want others to understand that you are beautiful. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be this cookie cutter that everyone seems to portray. You're comparing yourself to pictures on Facebook, Instagram, and everything else, and you're feeling lacking. Why? That's their highlight reel. It's not the everyday. I could show you pictures of me, full face of makeup. This is no makeup. Full face of makeup, and I look completely different than when I'm just normal waking up in the morning. And that's everybody. Don't compare yourself to highlight reels. And I want more people to understand that. Yes, make yourself feel better. Believe in yourself and bring out that sunshine that is in you. Okay? Um, so yeah, that's what I'm hopefully focusing the Sassy Pink Diamond about. It's about developing other people to believe in themselves, to trust what God has made in your life. God doesn't make mistakes. There's a reason for everything. So, learn what is beautiful about you, and you're going to shine with that. So, and you might be sitting there saying, well, why is she saying all this? Why do I care? So, like I said, within the last 3 months or so, I've seen a change in myself. My husband's seen a change in myself. My coworkers, my family, they're all seeing that change. All right, down. Thank you. They're all seeing that change, and I've gotten comments about it. So, a little brief history. My husband and myself, um, like I said, we have children. We have a his and hers. So he has children from previous relationships, and I have children from a previous relationship. So, and we have a blended family. Like I said, I'm in my 40s, so is my husband. And about 2 years ago, we decided to try the endeavor of going through IVF. With the IVF, between the stress, the hormones, I'm a very optimistic person generally. When I'm in something, I'm 100% all in. And that included with the IVF. And I worked myself up because we wanted a child between the two of us, kind of like a his, hers, and ours situation. Our kids were getting older, um, and we wanted ours. And what ended up happening was at that time I was 40 years old. And if you know anything about female body, you're reaching the toward the end of that cycle of having children and everything. But I was still extremely hopeful and I got very enthusiastic. We went through the processes and the hormones. We ended up only getting 7 eggs total from the round. And honestly, it was a lot of money. Insurance did pay for portions of it, but it was still up in 5 figures out of pocket for this. And we got 7 eggs. Of the 7 eggs, only 4 were good. Um, and of those 4, only one made it to blast, which is at the point where you're able to implant them if possible. So we went ahead, we did genetic testing, we did everything we should have, by the book, you know. Um, and we got one blast. We did the genetic testing and everything. It was a little girl. So ecstatic, over the moon, excited. Had a name picked out for her and everything. Sorry. Oh, a little harder than I thought it was going to be. So we had a name picked out for her and everything. And it came to transplant day. And same thing, super excited. Numbers were good. Everything was perfect. Everything. And then started the 2-week wait. We went through the transplant, and at my 2-week appointment, we found out that she didn't take. So, sorry. Found out she didn't take. My husband is my Spock. I lovingly call him. He definitely keeps his emotions inside. He doesn't express them. As you can see, I tend to be sometimes an emotional wreck. I am woman. Watch me sob. So, I'm not telling you this for pity. I'm telling you this to understand where I was sitting. So that was last year. Had our embryo taken. She should have been born in March of this year, 2023. It was a very hard month for me, simply put. So we did not have the financials to do it again. And I don't know if my body could handle the hormones and everything to do it again, because I turned into a monster on the hormones. I'm not going to lie. So I tell you that to tell you this. All my life, I had compared myself to other women. Like I said, I have 3 children, biological children, no issues. But choices I made when I was younger, as far as tubal ligations and everything, prevented me from having more. You know, the feelings of being subpar to other people, you see people around you that are pregnant, that are glowing, and they're so happy. And I was in this downward spiral of comparing myself to people. The IVF coupled with it, or the IVF failures coupled with that, was a deep, deep spiral down. Um, and honestly, for the last 9 months to a year, I've been in a very dark place. I honestly have. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't applying myself to my family, to other avenues of my life that I once did. You know, where I used to try and be super mom, I was now sitting in a corner watching TikToks all day, trying to just get out of my head, and then it wasn't working. Like I said, very dark place. But Like I said, this is gonna seem like a silly thing to some people, and that's fine. You know, it's not for everybody. But about 2 months ago now, I was invited to a virtual online party for my cousin for a product. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just support my cousin. It'll be whatever. Um, they always pop up stuff, you know, help your hostess earn rewards, all this stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, I can do that. So I joined this little Facebook virtual group for my friend's party. And during the party, they had some silly little games and everything that popped up and just through your feed. So it's a very relaxed atmosphere. And it's like, okay. And got to the end of the party and they're like, we're going to be doing a live event this night. Okay. I mailed all y'all out these packages. Open your package. So I go in there and it's like, okay, I got this. It's a brand we've all heard of. And it's like, okay, so it's a face cleaning. So I got that. And I went through this party and, we did the cleaners, we did a charcoal mask. We did night creams, day creams, we went through all these creams for your face. And I can tell you, my face felt fantastic afterwards. Like I said, I'm in my 40s, so face textures have changed. And I fell in love with the product. And I'm like, this stuff is really, really good. All right. I had bounced through different products, trying stuff throughout the last 5 or 10 years. I'd buy something, be okay for a day or two, and then I'd be like, ugh, I don't want to do this. And then I would just not use all of the product. I had half used bottles of product everywhere because I didn't like it enough and I did not see the results enough to continue to use it or to continue to buy it. So with this product, like I said, I fell in love with it. Skin's not perfect. I have skin spots, everything else. Like I said, this is no makeup, fresh face wash this morning. But I felt better. And it's like, oh, I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. I felt good. So I ended up ordering some of the products. I ordered the set that we had used, the cleaner, the moisturizers, the eye cream, and everything. And I started using it. And I think about a week later, my consultant contacted me and she's like, hey, I have this, um, meeting with my director. Would you be interested? And I'm like, sure. And honestly, in the back of my head, I was sitting there saying, yeah, I'll listen, and we'll just go from there. So I told her, yeah, we would do this meeting. I'm like, I could sit on a Zoom call and, help this lady out. At this point, I didn't know how much this woman was going to become to mean in my life or any of the people that I met through this. But I was like, yeah, let's set up this meeting. It's a Zoom call, so I could do it in my pajamas. We're good. I did that. And when I got off the phone call, I was intrigued. They had definitely piqued my interest. So, like I said earlier, with me, I am an all-in type person. So I decided that I was going to do this. I was going to become a consultant for this company. So I signed up. Um, I know I say a lot. I need to work on that. But I signed up and I jumped feet first into this endeavor. And I will say, I'm glad I did. I went into work one day and I had been using my cleaners religiously and I had been doing all this stuff. And one of the girls in my office, I walked in the door, and this is my right hand to God. She looked at me and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Girl, you look like you have a Snapchat filter on." I had never in my life felt so deep in my heart a compliment, and for it to come from a person I work with that had seen that dark period in my life, seen me go through those struggles, for her to verbalize it and verbalize it in that way, it touched me. And I think at that point, and I don't know if might be the wrong words, but I'm not perfect. But I think that was the point where I started to say, I am good enough. I am worthy, and I want other people to feel the same way. So, between that or, lifelong friends that, again, have seen me through ups and downs and everything throughout the years, to come to me and say, "You look like the Sylvia that I met 5 years ago. You seem happy like the girl I met 5 years ago. I like this you." That touched me. And I don't say it was because of these products, because I can tell you, wow, the products are fantastic. I love them. Like I said, I do facial parties all the time, 3 or 4 times a week now. Um, it's not about making the money for me. It is about trying to spread that love to other people. It is trying to help women who may have lost a little bit of that glow about them, see the beauty that's under their skin, you know, and I use the products as a tool in an attempt to bring that out. I hit my table. You know, am I perfect? Absolutely not. You can ask any of my friends, you can ask any coworkers, colleagues, acquaintances. I am not perfect. And I don't claim to be. Am I going to make mistakes in this? Absolutely, I am. Am I going to, you know, learn how to run straight out the gate? No. But when you can't run, you walk. When you can't walk, you crawl. And when you can't crawl, you find someone to carry you. So I have found in this group a group of women that are super supportive, that are there for me when I am feeling my worst. When I am down on myself, they are there. They are that loving connection for me personally. And like I said, my personal opinion is not going to be everybody's. But when I doubted myself when I was first beginning, when I had millions of questions, when I was doing things or going places, it was, I can call this person, I can call this person because they're there and they're going to answer. Granted, everybody, has their lives or whatever, but they have become an extremely important support system in my life. And I cherish every single one of them. Like I said, I didn't know when I first spoke to Anne how much her and Jennifer were going to come to mean to me in my life. Anne and Jennifer are my was my recruiter and my director. Now it's going to become my director and director. I have to look into how that's going to go. But Anne is progressing in the business. So she is now stepping in to become a director, which is an amazing accomplishment. And I'm so proud of her. And I'm trying to support her every bit of the way, just like she supported me when I'm, starting out and making mistakes and hiccups and everything else. And driving her absolutely batty, you know. Her and her patience has been fantastic. And like I said, the support that comes from her is amazing. So it's funny the way the world is so big, but the world is so small. When I live in one state, she lives in another, and end up finding out we're actually from the same hometown. It's quite interesting. And our hometown is this tiny little dot in Georgia. So, very small world when you think about it. But yeah, so that's what the products have done for me. Um, through starting to work on myself, through this process, getting myself organized to do parties, to do vendor events, to do everything, I've started reading a lot of self help books. Like I said, at the end of the day, when you're at a party, guess what? Anybody can go to the store and buy that right there. Well, not a store, but to another consultant and buy that. But at the end of the day, what makes you choose to buy a product from an individual, from a what makes you choose to buy from the individual? And it's their personality, and it's the radiance that they bring into your life, how they make you feel. So I have been working on me. And through that journey, I have read several books um, to that end, for figuring me out. And I was able to look at a lot of the trauma and the issues that I had when I was younger, and that I will honestly continue to have until, the very end. But it's helped me to get to a point where it's no longer controlling me. I'm no longer comparing myself to people. I'm no longer too fat. I'm no longer not pretty. I'm no longer none of that. It's my mentality personally has changed to I am beautiful, I am amazing, and I am worthy of everything brought into my life. And through any hardship, I will make it through because I have the love of my husband, my children, and my friends. And like I said, it has been an amazing turnaround to the last few years of struggle and darkness. So, the impact I would like to make, yeah, I have notes. The impact I would like to make, you know, for me, I would like to spread the love that I feel that I've received to more people. While yes, I am selling the products, I got that. While I am selling the products, if I never make a dime, but I make one woman feel the same thing I did, it's worth my while. If I go to a party and nobody buys a single thing, but one woman left feeling an increased self worth, you know, or, she felt pretty because, hey, the bags under her eyes are gone because of this product, or, her skin feels fantastic for this product, that makes it worthwhile for me. If I sell products, okay, we're good, we're fine. You know, that's not my goal. It's a step. I got that, you know, but my goal overall is self awareness for individuals to make the people feel good in their own skin. I want them to be able to see the radiance that actually comes from their self when they have that self-worth. When it's, Mary Kay Ash, she said that when you look good, you feel good. And that is honest, the truth for me. You know, um, during the dark times, I will tell you, never did my hair, never did makeup. I barely got a shower every day. And to go from that to now, it's like I get up, I wash my face, I, do my product regimen. I look in the mirror and say, you know something? I look good. Do you have to agree? No, you don't. But to me, I look good. All up under here, this here, I feel that I look good. And that radiates. And I want to bring that to other people. So I'm going to close this. We are at 31 minutes. Sorry, I didn't intend for it to be this long. When I get talking, sometimes I get a little wordy. But this channel, so my hopes for this YouTube channel is I'm going to attempt to allow the viewers to see the building of this business. Like I said, right now, I'm tiny in the little pink ocean that is Mary Kay. I am a speck. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little person. But even the smallest pebble can make the biggest ripple. And I plan to make huge waves in this industry. So, what my intentions are for the channel, where I'm going to do vlogs. So, this is definitely a learning curve for me. I've always been in project management, industrial. So, some of it came naturally, some of it not so much. But it's going to be vlogs about day-to-days. It's going to be tips and tricks that I'm doing to try and make this work. And to reach as many women as possible. Again, to spread that love and that energy to them. Because happiness breeds happiness. And that's what I want to bring to everyone that I meet. So we're going to do vlogs. Vlogs might be events. They might just be day-to-day taskings. They may just be little things. Ideas that I'm having about different Facebook posts or how things are going, different programs I'm using. So got that. Canvassing areas. So I am in a large metropolitan area, and I can tell you we have quite a few representatives in my area. So I want to learn how to canvass, and I'm going to bring you all along for that ride. The people I meet, so I would love at some point to do interviews with people, just see how they're doing in the business, how they're doing in life. I'm hoping, my plan is for it to be directors, other consultants, people from the company, but also customers, how they feel, their testimonials or whatever. Motivational post. So wins for me, for the women around me, for the men around me, because we also have men's products, some fantastic men's products. So any kind of motivationals from that, interviews, tutorials, and maybe some networking stuff. So I do have on my agendas, getting old, let me put these on. So in my agendas for the coming months, I have 3 events. So one is going to be a women in small business event, and that's more of a networking type thing. We've got a couple of pop-ups coming up. So definitely shout outs for those companies to see if we can help each other grow. Like I said, the product that I have, while a fantastic product, in my mindset, it is a tool. And for me, So it is a tool for me to try and reach other women to unlock that inner radiance that comes in them, and for them to start believing in their self, or to start believing again in their self, because there are so many of us, through life just beats us down, and then it's kind of the, if you're always at the bottom, you get comfortable there, you know and it's helping to emotionally help those women and men, or those individuals, to come out of that spot, you know. And if that's just some encouraging words, if that's a motivational post, if that's a silly YouTube video, I will do it. If that means bringing that radiance out in other people, you know. So yeah, um, like I said, Sylvia, this is going to be a journey, and we'll see where it goes. So we will have the links down below. Oof, here's going crazy. I'll put the links down below. So I do have a Facebook group. It's nothing huge right now. It is growing, but it's motivational, it's inspirational, it's interactive stuff. There are some product information on there, you know, but I'm trying to keep it more of a balance so that it makes people actually want to come to interact. Because, like I said, my main goal for this is meeting people, making people feel beautiful in their own skin, and then the everything else will come as it comes. It's not a stressor for me. So, if you have any tips, tricks, or anything, put them down below. I would love to read them. If you have been in this endeavor before, any pluses, minuses, any perks that you've enjoyed, put those down below. Because I am definitely in learning mode right now. That way I can learn as much as possible about the most things. And there definitely is a learning curve in this, especially for someone who has never been a skincare person, or never been a makeup person, or a hair person. You can tell I'm still trying to learn how to do my hair at 40 years old. It's crazy. But, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I am human, you are human, and we're going to get there. And the goal is to get there with our little internal lights shining as bright as we can get them. So, all right. Well, with that, I think I'm going to sign off. If you have anything, like I said, put them down below, message me. You can find my Facebook group on Facebook, same name, the Sassy Pink Diamond. And like I said, come join us and maybe have some fun. Maybe just be silly, you know? All right. Well, y'all have a fantastic day. We will talk to you later. Love you.